We're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
Yes, guys, if Trump gets elected, Gary Gensler is out. Bye-bye, Gary. Go home. I don't want to know what he felt yesterday when he was sitting in front of the TV and saw this. And today we're going to talk about how Bitcoin was behaving during the speech, which coins we should right now buy and position ourselves with, and where is Bitcoin, of course, heading in the imminent short term. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. I feel a little bit better, but my throat got a little bit worse. I don't know how that happened, but I want to emphasize here, thank you so much for all the love that you showed me over the last 2 days that I really felt sick. I feel much, much better. Let's again today destroy the like button, obliterate it until I feel back at 100%. Let's do this once again. We had an amazing video yesterday. Let's try to keep that streak rolling here. So yesterday, Donald Trump gave his speech in Nashville, which nobody was expecting certain things that he said. So I was not expecting that he will announce that he will fire Gary Gensler. He also said some other things that were quite surprising, but expected. For example, that Bitcoin will become a national reserve currency, and that he will try to keep as many crypto-related businesses in the US and that they are not wandering off into other jurisdictions because the anti-crypto stance that the current US administration has against crypto. So he wants to reverse all of this. And that, of course, had an immediate impact on the Bitcoin price. But funny enough, when we're looking at the Bitcoin, when the speech started, so I'm here on a 1 minute chart, and I put it on 1 minute so that you actually can see a minute by minute what happened during the speech. When he came onto the stage, price moved a little bit up, and then for quite some time it went down, basically bottomed out here, and then rallied versus the end back to the upside. So I believe it is because the appearance of him was a sell the news event. And once he was done and people digested all the information that he spitted out, which were actually really nice in my opinion, it is super pro crypto. He should have done that a long, long time ago when he was actually already president. The last time. Yeah, when people digested that, we saw Bitcoin coming back to the upside. Now we are trading at $67,624 currently. Here on ZoomX, guys, all my trades are closed. I still have a limit order down here at $64,900. But really, really important here, if you would have taken every single trade that I gave you on Bitcoin, you would have, with me together, doubled your capital in a little bit more than 2 weeks. So 17 days. Insane, guys. You don't believe me? No problem. Let's look here at my close profit. Yesterday, I made 3 trades or 2 trades. Did I make 2 trades? This trade, okay, I think it shows only the exit times, not or the opening times. I'm a little bit confused. So this is closing time. So no, this is closing time. I got it right. Okay, closing time. You see here, $7,800. That was what I needed to get to 200,000. I was slightly over 200,000, but the stop loss was set in a way that I would end up with 200,000. Then here, 6,000, 2,000, 34,000. Then I lost here also. You can always win 1,900, 27, 13.4. 10,000. So if you add this all together, you get to over roughly $100,000, $108,000. You see here we are making a lot of money, guys, together. If you want free money because you don't have money right now, guys, really, really important. Click the link below to ZoomX, claim your $10 free sign-up bonus. Some people told me I didn't get the bonus. Yes, you have to go to the fucking reward center. There is a reward center. You have to go there and claim it when you signed up. So go and claim it. And then if you deposit your own money there, you still get up to $45,000 worth of deposit bonuses. So really, guys, sometimes you need, here, look, Reward Hub. You have to go there, guys. Sometimes switch on your brain, please. You know, so I cannot do everything for you. You know, you need to go to the reward hub to get your $10, you know. So again, take whatever you can from these exchanges. Here on the daily chart, we saw exactly playing out what I told you guys yesterday, that most likely we will get close to the downward sloping resistance line. From there we get a rejection. We're in that rejection right now. So it doesn't have to go to $66,700. It will stop somewhere between 67,400 and 66,200 in my opinion, in that kind of area. From there we're going to get the next leg up, again up to the resistance. There is a chance that we are breaking immediately through that, but I don't want to roll out another rejection and then the next time we finally break then above the resistance and continue our upwards trajectory. I have the feeling today the light's a little bit strange. Don't you also think so? I'm not quite sure, you know, with what's with my lightning, but let's move on here. Then here on this daily chart, on our line chart, you see also the price action is rolling over now to test the prior resistance area, which should now act as support. From here, again, that is one of the other reasons why I believe that we're coming a little bit lower to get into this. And from there, we finally find support and then are off to the races. And this support level will hold for quite a long time if we are getting a successful retest here over the next couple of days. Also here on the supply and demand zones, you see here the weekly open price was our rejection point. I told you if we get a close above that, we go to $70,000. So we did not get a close on the daily above that level, hence why we saw a rejection and came back to the underlying support level at $67,000 and are now sandwiched between $67,000 and $68,200. And you should also not forget, here is major resistance just above us. Something else that we also need to talk about, but a little bit later, I would say, not now. Then on the liquidation levels, the level that we flipped yesterday here, the horizontal level of $67,700, might still act as resistance. So I want to flip it back because we're slightly below that. We have liquidated quite a lot of shorts here. When we pump to the upside, we have left everything that's slightly around the $70,000 mark. But I still believe that we are going to tap this rather sooner than later, potentially over the next 48 hours, for the simple reason that we are holding above the EMA ribbon, and the EMA ribbon is going to expand usually after a while. In that expansion, we will get the move here to the upside. So technically to the downside, here are some over leveraged long positions down here at $64,000. Am I concerned that we are going to tap into this here in the imminent short term? Not so much, because there's no CME gap. Price action is holding steady above $64,000, even $66,000. So I'm not really concerned about this. So, but there is a potential that we come down to like 65,800, 64,800 if we keep getting rejected from $67,500 from this current level here. Then on the liquidation heat map, here we have also taken out a lot of liquidity when we move to the upside, but now here $69,600 has the highest concentration on the weekly chart in terms of short liquidity. This was lightening up because more people took shorts yesterday around the $69,000 level, which was actually quite smart. I was also thinking about to do that and did not do that because I was more focused on closing the trade that was running and doubling the account officially on ZoomX. So that's why I did not took a short yesterday. Here to the downside, there is also a lot of liquidity that we could tap in before we move to the upside. Here we could go all the way down to around $65,000 technically. From there, get a bounce back to the upside and then take the upside liquidity. On the monthly time frame, you're also gonna see that clearly. See here around the $63,500 level, all the way down to $62,800. There is right now the strongest concentration of liquidity below current price, and just here around 66,500 would be the other one in that block all the way down to like 65,700. So if we lose 65,700, it would open up the doors to technically go all the way back down to like 63. Again, right now it doesn't look like it. We are looking super bullish. We had Trump overwhelmingly coming out bullish yesterday for Bitcoin. So I'm not really concerned about this currently. In terms of trade setups here on the 4-hourly chart, you can clearly see we did not break here our entry level. We did not close any candles above that. Hence why I did not pull the trigger on that new trade setup in direction of $73,000 almost. I'm still leaning more to the fact that we could come down a little bit here and enter at $66,300. will actually open a new limit order here with you guys together around that level, and basically place one. I'm gonna place one. So, and also the MDX algo gradient is telling us price is a little bit overheated. We could come a little bit lower to cool down, but we don't have to. When we're in a purple phase, we also can just go sideways a little bit, get into the heated phase, then get a retracement, cool down a little bit, and then continue to go up. So you have, for that reason, we have multiple scenarios planned out how we're going to play this. So if we are just straight going up from here after a slight consolidation, we enter here at $68,600. If we pull back first, we enter a little bit lower at $66,320. Whatever comes first is the trade that we are going to take here. One of the other reasons why we were not able to close the 4-hourly candle above the $68,600 level was the downward sloping dashed resistance line here. Again, guys, I told you this is also big resistance. It comes from the top over here. I would have been quite surprised if we would have immediately closed a 4-hourly candle above that and continued to go here to the upside. The CME gap. The current CME chart closed on Friday, $68,270. Currently, we are $600 below that, so which would mean that we would get a CME gap above us. So that is inherently bullish because usually, again, guys, in the first 48 hours, these gaps usually close. Why should be now any different? Maximum 72 hours. That's the window, 48 to 72 hours, but rather sooner than later. And I could imagine that tonight we're going to get a pump up here to close it, then come a little bit down again because, again, there's major resistance, go a little bit sideways, and then get the next push here to the upside. I'm actually going to play on weeks. Also here, I'm in the process of doubling the account. I'm not so far away anymore. There's 25% missing to actually double that account too. Then I made here, if I would do this by tomorrow, I would have made then $250,000 in 18 days. I think, yes, 18 days. So insane, guys. You know, you can buy a house from that. So now let me... How much money do I have still left? $74,000. Okay, let me actually place a trade here at $62,321. I'm going to take half of the money that I have available or successful. So there you see. Now I placed almost a $40,000 order here at the level that I mentioned. And when you look at that line, you also see here that is some there is some support. It flipped into resistance. We got almost a retest yesterday. I think we're going to get a proper retest of this level and then potentially reverse back to the upside. If not, and we come a little bit lower, more limit orders. I have more limit orders. Go all the way down if you want Bitcoin. I'm going to take all these limit orders in execution and then turn it back to the upside and make us a little bit more richer. Again, guys, if you want to trade on weeks, don't forget, even if I'm here in a loss currently, overall the account is highly in a profit. As you guys know, I'm here over roughly $150,000 in profit. If I subtract these $7,000, it's 142-ish. Who cares? In that whole time that I'm trading here, I'm farming a $20,000 airdrop, guys, even when my trade is in a loss. So that actually means even though my trade is in a loss, I make up for it because I'm trading on the airdrop side. If you want this airdrop, again, guys, deposit a little bit of money here on weeks, trade on weeks, and you will be eligible for that airdrop. You don't need any KYC, no VPN needed, and high liquidity. This is my preferred exchange, more or less directly after Bybit, guys. So go and check it out. And also, even though the Olympic ceremony was like, I have no words for it. You know what happened there? It's insane. So it's really insane. But regardless, during the Olympic Games on weeks, you can also get free money for completing certain tasks in the reward center. Go and check it out. Again, free money, guys. Take as much as you can. Now, the Bitcoin dominance is doing exactly what we were predicting. We are getting today our rejection here to the downside. The only problem is Bitcoin is also going a little bit down, so altcoins are not really pumping a lot. But trust me, over the next couple of days, tomorrow, after tomorrow, you're going to see a massive drop to the downside in the dominance, and that is when altcoins are going to pop. That's why we need to talk now also about some altcoins that I believe are going to do over the next couple of days really well, and you should position yourselves in them. So one of them will be Ethereum. I think Ethereum will have a nice move back into the golden ratio here, unless Grayscale is dumping an insane amount tomorrow. That is always like a joker that we need to live with. But if that's not happening and we get like kind of same outflows that we had the last week, then we should be fine. So you have here right now a good opportunity to enter at current prices. You don't need to wait that we come back a little bit, because the RSI is bullish to the upside. Price action is moving to the upside. So if you enter now, there's nothing wrong with that if you missed the original entry on Ethereum. So then the next coin that I'm looking at currently is Arweave. Arweave is sitting here around the golden ratio on the Fibonacci retracements. We lost the 0.5 level, so the golden ratio gave you support. More or less the same with what we see in Bitcoin right now. We have here the purple phase going on right now. So here in that purple phase, two things can happen. Either we come a little bit lower and cool down, or we go and heat up, something what we have seen here, where we go into a purple phase and get actually hotter and run to the upside. But I believe Arweave will actually do the latter and heat up here and run to the upside. So for a trade setup on Arweave, what I'm looking at, potentially one more time coming back to the golden ratio, and then trade is here into the highs, and the 0.786 level will be my stop loss. So here we are talking about a 50% move to the upside with a 15% stop loss. So don't over leverage yourself. Don't use 10x on that. You can scale the leverage later up. Start with 5x, start with 3x even. Start with 3x, and then you can scale up leverage. I will actually show you in the video. I'm gonna make a tutorial how you actually increase your leverage in a profitable trade, and also how you deleverage. So I want to show you that strategy because it's really important that you know when to increase leverage, when to decrease leverage, when you start out small and then keep growing the leverage that you are trading with. Then the next one is HNT. Again, HNT, absolutely insane coin here. If we come back to $5.23 on the 0.382, the regular bounce level, take it. We bounced here now three times off it. Definitely take that trade when we come back down here. If for some weird reason we break first $5.66, that is the other level where you want to enter, because the indicator's telling us that this coin is extremely bullish right now. So even with all these supply zones above us, we need a little bit of time to eat through that, but we're eating through that. So, and this is the crazy part. So how would I set up this trade? So I would be not surprised if we go to $7 really, really quickly. So this would be kind of like the setup that I would be looking at. 23% to the upside, 7% stop loss. Here you can trade if you want to with 5x. That would be absolutely fine. And again, you can also increase leverage on the way up here. So for here, the stochastic is turning around. Stochastic pointed to the upside. MACD is also slightly bullish. Price is pumping to the upside. So everything in alignment for continuation to the upside here over the next coming hours on that 4-hourly chart. And again, guys, if you want to trade altcoins anywhere, do this on Bybit. There I trade most of my altcoin trades. Here you can also still claim a free airdrop $500 position absolutely for free, guys. You only need to deposit $100. That's all what you need. Deposit $100, get $500 in free airdrop position, withdraw your $100 again, keep the $500 airdrop position. Just remember, you cannot withdraw the $500 that you get for free. You only can withdraw the profits out of it. But also, guys, remember with $400, I showed you like a week ago how I made $3,200 out of that. So I 8x'd my money, with $400. So you can do the same by just following the trades here and make a nice chunk of money with that free $500. So go and sign up on Bybit with the link in the description and in the pin comment below, because also this position is not there forever, guys. Take advantage of that. Then Rune is back at our entry price. Really good to enter right now, because also here everything is in alignment on the 1-hourly chart to get a nice push here to the upside. The $4.74 level just doesn't want to break. currently, but I think the next time that we come up here, we're finally going to break it and going to see a nice pop here in direction of $5. So we just need to be a little bit more patient here. Then Link, basically the same thing. Also, we are looking extremely bullish here on the 1 hourly time frame. We are getting close to our entry level once again, but what I want to see here actually is the golden cross of the 50 and the 200 moving average. If I go here to the 4 hourly chart, then also here you see stochastic is about to give a buy signal, RSI is bullish, MACD is flipping bullish here. If we close in the next 30 minutes the current candle as it is above the 200 moving average, I also expect a continuation to the upside pretty quickly. Then Telegram is coming into our entry level right now. I have drawn here the current support level from where we are bouncing. Also here, that is a good area to open a trade on ton, but you have to have a tight stop loss, because once we're losing that range and going into that supply area, we could move a little bit lower. So I would set here my stop loss there. Let's say you enter here. So your stop loss would be 3.4%, but you would still make 16% on the way to the upside here into $7.55. And the downward sloping trend line here from the Fibonacci retracement level is also acting as resistance currently. So, but this is like support resistance flip line. Here, right now, like I said, you can nibble a little bit on that position at current levels. But if you want to play it safe, I would wait that we come back to our entry level here of $6.60 roughly, enter from there, trade this to the upside. Let's see, another one, Coty. Coty did get close to the 50 moving average, but did not really touch it. I still wait for a proper touch to enter it. You see here we got massively rejected yesterday from that supply area. And here we are also looking at a little bit more downward sideways movement that could actually get us to the 50 moving average. So here, what I would do is I would potentially set a limit order at 11 cents point 48 or 11 cents point 5. Even if we come a little bit lower, you know, that 2-3% doesn't really make a huge difference, you know. So if it's, would it be that? So 11.4, kind of from here. Yeah, we're talking a 2.5% that we're missing out for waiting for a touch of the 50 moving average. But remember, this is also a moving target and going higher and higher. So at some point, you see here, by after tomorrow, the 50 moving average should be around that level. So, and maybe we get priorly a move here to the downside where we are not touching it around the same level. And then the next time when it comes down to the 50 moving average, we are already a little bit higher, and you are in profit because you took the trade at 11 cents 48. So I'm thinking about to actually set there an order for myself. Then Ondo is again still trading around our entry level, but also here bullish momentum is coming into fruition finally. We see here the stochastic slowly turning around. I think the next 4 hourly candle will be extremely bullish. MACD about to bounce off here the signal line from the trend line, which is bullish, and RSI massively pointing to the upside here. So I think we need just a little bit more patience. Like I said on Friday already, 1 or 2, like Tuesday, Monday, you're going to see a nice pop in altcoins. Remember that. I said this on Friday or even on Thursday. Go back and watch it. Just be a little bit more patient. Even if you enter positions now and they're going a little bit in a loss, hold them. We need to have patience, guys. And remember again, we are here to plan for our profits. That's how we made all the money in the recent days. Guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again with more profits and a little bit healthier tomorrow.